We're back with Don Hauck, our guest.
Hi, John.
And we're going to get into a vinaigrette. Now, I want you to explain to me, what is the vinaigrette? How is it called?
Okay, it's going to be a cracked black pepper orange vinaigrette.
Okay.
We have orange juice concentrate. We have rice vinegar, oil, egg yolks, salt, and pepper. And we're going to put the egg yolks in the mixer.
And we have that big KitchenAid.
And break them up.
Don't tell me we don't have electricity.
Wouldn't do that to you.
That's all I need.
Okay. To that, we're going to add the salt.
Okay.
The pepper.
Yeah, better get that spatula up there.
Yep.
Move these over here for you.
Then we're going to reduce the speed a little bit. We're going to add the orange juice concentrate.
It'll make it a little tart, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It'll be a very nice accompaniment with the salmon and the mix of greens.
This is a dish that's on your menu now, or is it going to be on the
It will be in the springtime.
Spring menu?
Springtime. Now we're adding the rice vinegar. And now we're slowly going to add the oil. This will emulsify the dressing, which will keep it together. Mm-hmm. So it'll be nice and smooth and coat all the greens perfectly, as well as the salmon.
Okay.
It's an excellent accompaniment with seafood.
And you could use it for many dishes, I'm sure.
Yes, you could also adapt it to a grilled chicken breast if you would like to on the bed of greens. The same presentation and the same style of dressing would work very nicely with poultry.
How long have you been out, and it still seems to, get me, out on Maine?
Well, I've been there for about 2 weeks now, taking over the kitchen after the former chef is pursuing other career activities and working with the wonderful crew out there.
Okay. Well, I know that they've got a full menu, and it's a great menu because we had a wonderful time when we went out and did our review.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'll tell you one thing. I really enjoyed that pork chop dish. And I guess it's going to stay on the menu?
Yes, we're considering it. We're doing a lot of menu research.
Well, it looks like it's coming along fine.
And as you can see, how the dressing is coming together, and
I don't even know if there's any way we could actually get that up there so we can see it, but that looks fine. Okay, let me move this back here for you. At this time, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Joan Tarango, and she's out on Maine, so take it away, Joan.
Owners Michael Cavan and Thomas Grody have created a downtown space that celebrates the cultural and historical impact of the gay and lesbian experience in society. It's an inviting place with bright colors, interesting art, and a dedicated staff. This restaurant welcomes everyone and has seen a tremendous amount of diversity in its clientele. Walls are covered with historical artifacts and memorabilia. A highlight is Elton John's stage costume from a free concert in Central Park in 1980. Also a guitar belonging to Melissa Etheridge, which she used on a recent tour. A 1969 outfit of Liberace can also be seen. I guess you can say that eating here is an upscale casual dining experience in an energized museum-like setting. The owners have chosen to do something rare in this community. They give back 10% of their profits to various service organizations, including the Ohio Human Rights Bar Association, the King Art Center, the AIDS Service Connection, and Choices, to name a few. Tom Grody is the other co-owner of Out on Maine. Tom, that music's wonderful. Who's playing?
Mary Daniels. She plays every Thursday night here. Is she not fabulous?
Oh, she's wonderful. She can play for us anytime. In addition to the music, you have some wonderful artwork here, and I know there's a mural in the other room that's very bright and colorful. Who are some of the people in that mural?
Well, Gertrude Stein, Andy Warhol, several celebrities, and actually some local celebrities. Len Greer and Elliot Fishman, who are here locally, and the mural was done for us by a gentleman from Boston named John Kane. So.
It's a lovely mural.
Thank you.
I know you do some other things for the community here, and that's very admirable. Tell our viewers about how you give back to the community.
Well, my partner Michael and I started a foundation called the FLIP Foundation. It stands for Freedom, Love, Inspiration, and Progress for All People. And we try to give money to organizations that we feel stand for those principles, such as Stonewall, such as Ohio Human Rights Campaign, such as Ohio Human Rights Bar Association, and such.
Well, that's wonderful. Those are organizations that a lot of our viewers support, so in addition to having a wonderful meal here, you can help support the community too. Chef Donald Hauck, is the latest addition to this unique restaurant, and he is adding his own special dishes that he is famous for. Formerly of the Refectory in One Nation, patrons are already raving. You'll rave too about the food and wine. We're here with Michael Caven, one of the co-owners of Out on Main. You have some wonderful costumes here, Michael.
Thank you.
I'm really intrigued by this one, especially all the lights. Tell us something about this.
Well, this is called the Wizard, and the Wizard was constructed by a local designer named Dick Frank 30 years ago, and it was the first electric costume at the very famous Berwick Halloween Ball. And there's a picture down here of Mr. Frank in there. It was the first electric lit costume in the history of Columbus, and it's one of a number of costumes and artifacts and memorabilia that we have here at Out on Main.
How did you decide to use costumes as part of your decor? Were you given some of these initially?
Well, we networked all over the country. We have a wonderful Elton John piece from his 1980 concert in Central Park. We have a Melissa Etheridge guitar from her I Am tour. We have Greg Louganis Speedos. We have Martina Navratilova tennis racket. We have a Liberace costume from his 1969 appearance in Las Vegas. So it was a lot of networking and talking to collectors and telling them about our concept and what we're trying to accomplish here. And before you knew it, during the startup of this project, we were able to collect some really wonderful artifacts and memorabilia and costumes.
Well, they certainly are wonderful, and I know many of them are autographed. And when you eat it Out on Main, you will enjoy seeing all these costumes and memorabilia here. This is Joan Tarango, Columbus Cooks. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Joan, for that trip out on Main. Well, John, it's
Well,
time
John?
to strain these potatoes.
We have cooked them and blanched them. Now we're going to strain them very carefully. Make
And
sure
you
you
have
don't-
to be careful.
Absolutely, because it will stain anything it touches. And after we strain the potatoes, we drain them well. Then we're going to
Okay.
put them in an ice bath to chill them down.
This is also going to make them rather crisp, isn't it?
That's right. In other words, it's going to be have a nice snap to it. And after they're chilled down, we've stopped the cooking process. And then we end up with a beautiful waffle weave red potato.
Okay. And that's going to make a great presentation.
Absolutely. And also it adds to the texture and flavor of the dish also.
Okay, well, I'm going to check on this salmon right now, and it's got a beautiful crust on it. All right.
There we go.
We want to put that on it? Okay.
So now we're going to take our greffet potatoes and we're going to line the plate and create a border, a nice red waffle weave border.
And you talk about very attractive dish. This is one of them.
And what makes it very nice is that little beet flavor added to the salmon and the orange vinaigrette.
It's a very healthy dish. It's going to be a very,
Yes.
cool dish to get into.
We sauteed the salmon in olive oil, so we've reduced as much of the cholesterol as we could in this dish. Mm-hmm. And of course, the beet juice has absolutely no fat at all.
All right.
And as you see how this dish is being constructed, it's going to be a very colorful border. Mm-hmm. When we add the colorful greens and the dressing, it's going to be really striking.
All right, well, I'm going to flip this one more time. Everyone at home, keep flipping your salmon. Because when we return, we're going to give away that Southwestern Weekend 3-day, 2-night lodging in Phoenix, Arizona, compliments of Great Expectations Travel. So don't go away. We're back, Columbus Cooks. I'm Jonathan Smith with Don Hauck.
John?
Okay, Don, we're going to finish up this plate presentation.
Yes, we are. Now we've got our greffet potatoes. They're lovely poached. We'll finish bordering the plate so everybody can see that, how nice it's going to come together.
All right, get a nice shot of that.
Okay. Now we're going to make a selection of greens. If you go to any specialty grocery store, a little bit of radicchio. We got a little bit of red oak leaf greens.
Do you have any, is there any scheme or plan here for, tartness or sweetness of the greens?
These are a mixture of sweet and bitter greens, so it's a nice accompaniment with the salmon when we put together. Then we also have baby red leaf lettuce and frisee, which is kind of a leafy type green. And then we blend them all together in a bowl, which I'll take some of these.
Okay.
We'll do that right now.
So it's nothing that, there's no secret to this. It's just
no.
pretty much, and you can even get them pre-mixed.
You can get them pre-mixed, and you can use other greens if you would like to. If you care
to
to
your
use,
taste.
yes, exactly. You could use Bibb lettuce or something of that nature.
Okay, let's go ahead and...
Okay. And then we put a little bit of our dressing on the greens.
Okay.
You want to toss the greens with the dressing, so you get a nice even flavor. So every bite that you take will absolutely have a wonderful orange vinaigrette flavor.
Okay.
And we're going to place that right in the middle of the plate.
I'm going to bring this beautiful piece of salmon over here.
Okay. And you want to put a hearty portion on the plate because when you put that salmon on there, there's so much air between the greens, it's actually going to make it fall down a little bit.
Okay. There you go. Doesn't that look great? Always picky, aren't you?
Yes, always.
Always
You
looking
have
for
to
that
be.
great, for that
Chefs,
look.
chefs are that way. That's our
Okay,
business.
Turn that over.
And then after you do that, then we're going to take a little bit of the orange vinaigrette and pour it over the salmon to finish it. So the salmon has a nice vinaigrette flavor. And if
All
everybody
right.
can see that.
Doesn't that look great?
And it's a wonderful summer entree on the patio and with Chardonnay.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Don. We're going to take some time out right now, and we're going to give away that great trip to Phoenix, that stay in Phoenix. So let me throw these around because I know everybody wants a good mix here.
But I didn't get my name in here.
Well, you're not going to be allowed in here. Now, you may go along as an accompaniment.
I'll help them dine.
That's it. Dick Meyer. Yeah, there you go. Congratulations, Dick. Would you like to be a part of our studio audience? Well, here's how.
If you'd like tickets to be part of the live studio audience at Columbus Cooks, send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Tickets, Columbus Cooks, 2703 Blossom Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43231. And be sure to pick up the latest Columbus Cooks magazine, featuring monthly information on the TV show, along with the best chefs and most exquisite food and restaurants in Columbus. You can get Columbus Cooks magazine at many restaurants and other locations around town, or come down and grab a copy while you visit the set of Columbus Cooks right here in your own incredible universe.
That's all we have for now, folks. We've got Naomi and we've got Bruce, and they're going to try this great salmon, care of Don Hauck.
Out on Main.
Folks, next week we're going to have a spatial show. We've actually got the Taste of Elegance winner from the Ohio Pork Producers in Dayton, Ohio coming, and he'll be our extra special guest. So we'll see you next week.